first slice one onion. Okay, so you chopped up your onion, take it and put it into the pot. So you take your onion, you take about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. You add a little bit of salt to this. It helps extract the moisture from the onion. So right now we are gonna saute our onions. You're just trying to bring out some of the moisture from the onions. We've added a bit of olive oil, a bit of salt. I'm using a little bit of brown sugar, maybe 2 tablespoons, and this is about 6 cloves of garlic. Okay, so now that we have our onions sauteing, we're gonna get a regular can of whole tomatoes, like just one of these regular, I think there's 700 and some odd mils or something. You're gonna wanna squish them up. Let your kids do this part. My kids love to do this. Just get them out fairly tiny. And then we're gonna take these tomatoes and add them to our onions. Also at this point, we're gonna take about a half a cup of feta cheese. Also gonna add basil. I'm guessing just dry basil. This is a great pantry soup. I'm guessing maybe 3 tablespoons. We're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Season as you go. Very important to season as you go. And then basically, you're just gonna let this simmer for a little while. Now we're going to add some water into this, basically equal parts to however much tomato you have, you're going to add water. If you don't add the water, you're going to have more of a pasta sauce, which is delicious with linguine. Basically, you're just going to let this cook down. This takes about 15 minutes. So we're going to just take that off the stove after 20 minutes. We're going to take one of these magical wands. If you don't have one of these at home, feel free to use a blender or just have some more rustic taste. Buzzing it all up, trying to take out most of the larger chunks. And at this point, the soup can ultimately be done. All you're going to have to do is just give it a taste, see if it needs any salt or pepper or anything like that. Tastes pretty awesome. I think that the only thing I would add is a little balsamic. I love a little bit of balsamic in my tomato soups. You can use the white or you can use just the classic balsamic. It just adds a really cool, unique sweetness. At this point, I like to actually personalize my Tuscan tomato. I like to add a little chopped spinach. And I also like to add some roasted vegetables. This is basically just chopped vegetables I put in the oven, toss them in a little olive oil, salt, pepper, and roasted them until it kind of became colored. Just gives it a little bit of substance. Okay, so now we're back at the stove. We're just going to basically just heat these last few ingredients through. This is really good with, you could either like add flaked chicken to it, or maybe some leftover fish you might have had, like some halibut or salmon. It only takes like a minute and we're ready to go. Alright, so now our soup is all done. We're basically just going to dish it up. Like I say, this is enough for comfortably 4 people for a dinner. Find your nicest bowl, make it look good. People eat with their eyes. There it is. And this is my original Tuscan tomato soup.